Hey everyone, Yusuf from Airstack here, and in this video, I'm going to introduce to you a new concept called social capital rank and how you can use it in various use cases using the Airstack API within the next few minutes. So let's get started with what is exactly social capital rank. So social capital rank is essentially the rank associated to how high is the social capital score of a user. If you're not familiar with what social capital score is, then I recommend check out our other video. We have discussed it in that other video already. I'm gonna leave the link of the video down in the description and also in the info cards right above. And since the value of the social capital rank is derived from the social capital score of a user, then the rank essentially indicates how influential the user is within the Farcaster network itself. So for the various use cases related to the social capital rank, you're just going to need one API right here, and it's very simple. It's just going to be the social API right here. So let's click on that and it's going to open, revealing us with a whole bunch of inputs and also outputs right down here. And I'm going to like explain to you bit by bit. One of the use cases that we can get started with social capital rank can be just very simple right here. So let's start with fetching all the Farcaster users sorted by their social capital rank. So it's very simple, right? So in that case, it's very simple right here. We have the filters right here, and all you need to do is specify the dev name to Farcaster. And then since we want to sort it based on the social capital rank, then just click on this order field right here, and we already provide a social capital rank field right down here. Set it to ascending order, so it's gonna sort it based from the first one is gonna be like the top one user that have the highest social capital rank, and then followed by the second one, third one, etc. If you sort it in descending order, that means it will come from the lowest one to the second lowest, and etc. etc. So depending on what you need, but this is like the most common one is probably going to be like the ascending order one. So once we have that, essentially we're done with the inputs, just as simple as that. You just need to make sure that social capital rank is ordered by ascending order right here, and then you can choose the output field, whatever you want right down here. Now we have a lot of output fields in the social API, so make sure to check out our API reference. I'm gonna link it down in the description as well. So, but in this case, you can choose very basic one right here, for example, like profile name and like the FID and the connected address, custody address, and also like we want to check out as well how about like the social capital rank and the social capital score of that associated user as well. So here, what we expect is that from calling this API, essentially like we're gonna get like a list of all the Farcaster users sorted by the social capital rank. So the first user is going to be having social capital rank first, and then the second one is going to have a rank two, third, and so on and so forth. So let's try to run this API right here, and there you go, really quick. So as expected, the first one is going to be having social capital rank. The first one is also going to have the highest social capital score as expected, and followed by the second one with lower social capital score, third one, fourth, fifth, and so forth. So just as simple as that. Now, another use case that you might want to consider with the social capital rank is what if you would just want to fetch the social capital rank, the value of the social capital rank of a certain user? And it's very easy as well. So in that case, first we can just like don't need this order field anymore because we don't need to order anything, but we do need to provide the FID or the F name of that particular user that we're interested in. So in that case, we can use this identity field right here, use the equal operator, and then you can provide either the FID or the F name of the user right there. So in this case, let's just be simple and provide the FID. So FC underscore FID right here. So this is going to be the prefix. For F name, it's going to be FC underscore F name, and then colon, and then like followed by the F name itself. But in this case with FID, I'm going to follow it with the FID of the user. So for simplicity, I'm just going to use 602 right here. So I'm going to like try to get like the social capital rank of this particular user with FID 602 right here. Now, if you're just interested in the social capital rank right here, like want to know what's the social capital rank of this particular user, then you probably don't need this, but you can keep it on as well. But to make it simple, you just need to clear those out and this as well. Unless you're interested in those data points, then keep it on. But once you have that, essentially like that's the input and the output that you need. Very simple. So let's try to run this query right there. And there you go. We get return, and this is the social capital rank of the user right there. So essentially like this represent that this user, FID 602, have a social capital rank of 70. That means like this user is the 70th highest influential user in the Farcaster network. So yeah, just as simple as that. So one last use case that you can do with the social capital rank in the Airstack API is also to find all the user that have social capital rank within certain range. And what I mean that essentially you can find social, I mean like user that have social capital rank bigger than 100, maybe less than 200, or maybe you want to combine it and become like between 100 and 200, something like that. Then you can do it very easily as well with the Airstack API right here. So first, let's close out the identity field right here, the input field, because we don't need it anymore. And we have this social capital rank field right here, so we can choose that. And for example, let's start very simple with like finding all the user with social capital rank in between 50 and 100. Then you can use this operator greater than equal to 50 and less than equal to operator and input 100. So we have, we're just gonna fetch like all these user between these range right here. If you want to exclude the 50 or 100, which is like the lower bound and the upper bound, then simply just use this greater than itself instead of greater than equal to and less than instead of less than equal to. We also have equal right here, but it depends on your use cases right here. But for this example, this suffices. So here it's going to show us our social capital rank as well for the output field. Now also let's add some more things back in here, including the FID and also the profile name. So just gonna be really simple right here, so we can know who are the user that is associated with this rank, like the top 50 to top 100 user that is most highly influential on the Farcaster network. So once we have that, we can run it out, and there you go. We get return all the user that have social capital rank between 50 and 100 right there, return as a list, and you can fetch it very easily. Now, as you see, like all these are not ordered nicely as some of you might expect it, but that's okay because like in that case, if you want to order it, you essentially just come back to the first use case and implement this order social capital rank, and then like set it to ascending order. So in this case, it's gonna order from 50, 51, 52, 53, and when you run this query right here, it's gonna give you a nice result of like returning the result from 50, 51, 52, 53 in ascending order right there. And if you wanna go the other way around from 100, 99, 98, then you can use the descending order instead. So that's it for the video, guys, and hope this has been helpful. And if you like the video, feel free to like it and comment down below if you have any other questions. Subscribe to our channel, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Cheers.